Hey, this is Debbie. Welcome. Today I want to show you around this beautiful property and let you in a little bit more on Costa Rica living and in particular growing fruit trees. So me and my husband are visiting this property potentially to start our next stage in our sustainable lifestyle, and I'm always very inspired by permaculture. And fruit trees are one type of perennial foods that you can grow to obtain a more sustainable lifestyle. So I'd say follow along and let's go. So here we have some banana trees growing, and these are dwarf bananas, meaning they don't get as tall as normal bananas, which can grow quite tall. Now look at this one. This one has actually produced a rack of bananas. So look at that. Look, this is me and this is the banana. So it's not even as tall as I am. So that's what dwarf bananas look like. Pretty awesome, huh? So here we're at the piña patch. And look at right here. What's growing in there? A pineapple. See, and all those little ones that are shooting from the sides, you can break these off, lay them aside somewhere so they develop roots, and then plant them back into the ground, and you'll have piñas way faster than a year. So here we're at another piña patch, and Chris, my husband, here, we'll show them to you. Look, here one's starting. Look at that cute little piña.
Over here?
Pineapple, just to be clear. Here, look at that. That one is in its next stage of growing. And I just love the patterns of plants. So if you're a bit of a pattern geek like me, you can appreciate all the beautiful patterns you see reoccurring everywhere around you in nature. And that has really showed me, once you dive into that everything consists of the same patterns. In our bodies, in plants, in trees, in
oneness.
Yeah. So right here in front of us, look at that, a coconut palm. Coconuts right here. So when you cut these right now, they're already pretty big, and you cut them open with a machete, there's like lots of coconut water in here. They're so good to drink straight out of the coconut. You have no idea, or maybe you do. And then I don't have to tell you this. Here, another one, beautiful coconut palm. Over there, straight ahead, is an orange tree. Let's get a little bit closer. Oranges. Isn't that awesome? So here, right in front of me, is a still pretty small guanabana tree. Now let me tell you something. Guanabanas are fantastic tasting fruits. Here's a small one. They get quite a lot bigger than that. You can see here. This one growing. It's a lot bigger, and there's some more in there. A bigger one, smaller one. Now, most people that haven't been here haven't heard of guanabana. It's because it's too sensitive to transport and sell in grocery stores. And there are many fruits like that you can find here that are delicious and nutritious, but you won't be able to find them anywhere else in stores. So here we arrived at the mango tree. Look at the size of it. They have a pretty big crown. And it's not fruiting right now because they're only fruiting in a specific time of the year. But mangoes, ladies and gentlemen. And then right behind me is a lime tree. And this one is fruiting. Let me show you right there. And here's some more. Got the green bulbs, and there's quite a lot in here. Look at the size of those. Beautiful, beautiful fruit trees. They are really golden to have on your property. I'm telling you, they produce for so many years. Look at this butterfly right here. Beautiful.
So this is it. This is someone's property with Corcovado as the backyard.
But also, what's next to this property? So there are some palm plantations here.
There's some palm.
So they are monoculture plantations of palm trees.
Palm oil. Did you say palm oil?
No, I said palm. Palm oil.
Palm oil.
So this is the stuff that's in almost all of our food. Preserved food in supermarkets. There's a macaw flying over. We had to look up. Now, that is pretty destructive to the biodiversity. This property sits in the middle of it, and look at it. This is what we can do.
This is kind of like a corridor.
This is what we can do with even pretty small piece of property.
Yeah.
And the wildlife loves coming
in
here.
Comparison to the palm plantations, this property is very minuscule.
Yeah.
But yet all the wildlife comes here. And it's because, there's a little corridor that connects it to Corcovado, which is a huge portion of untouched jungle in the southwest here of Costa Rica.
Yeah, I think it's the only real primary wet rainforest left in all of Central Americas.
Yeah. So it's pretty sweet.
Special.
It's like a mini Amazon. And what was I going to say? I forget. It's not important.
So before it starts to rain, oh, there are the macaws. I don't think I got them for you, sorry. Before it really starts raining, which is usually in the afternoon because it's wet season right now, I want to show you a couple more things. So I'm going to turn the camera around so I can actually show you. So here we're walking up to another patch of banana trees. These ones are a little bigger than the dwarf ones I showed you before. And as you can see, so they always kind of grow in a clump of around 3. And as you can see, this one has a wreck. This is a mother tree, it has a wreck, and the tree is dead. So it is time for this banana wreck to come down and to be cut down, and it will ripen further when you hang it somewhere.
But then over here,
so
we can see there's a new one growing.
So here is a new one that's a bit smaller still, and that is the son of the tree. So the mother tree will sprout a son, and that will be the carrier of the next banana rack. And this one has even another son, a smaller one. And that's how the cycle continues. So the mother tree can just be cut down now. You can compost it or leave it around to decompose here, so that there's more nutrients going to the sons. And there you can see a couple of 3, well actually there's one a little bit away from it too, 4 growing. And then here, when I turn around, what is that?
What is that?
That is a huge palm, or at least the leaves are palm. I'm going to try and get it into the screen. Look at that beauty. Now what is this?
It's palm oil.
So this is palm oil.
Which isn't bad, by the way. Palm oil, the oil is not bad. It's a cooking oil, and it's not that the oil is bad or the trees are bad for you. It's that the plantations are bad for the environment because they're intensive monoculture plantations.
So they are kept in intensive monoculture plantations. They can be quite huge, and what that does is obviously they have to destroy forest for it. And second of all, because it's a monoculture, it completely drains the soil of its nutrients, and it kills all biodiversity. Doesn't deplete.
But having a couple on your land gives you the opportunity to make oil, your own oil for cooking.
Exactly.
And it's a beautiful looking tree too.
So let's get a bit closer and show you what they actually make palm oil out of. There we go.
There it is.
So this is a whole clump of, I don't know what you would call those, fruits. And so when these grow a lot bigger than what they are right now, they will be pressed into oil. So yeah, that's the tree. Now, and if you look at it
look at how beautiful it is.
in this perspective, where it's not on a monoculture plantation, but just on a property with a great biodiversity of trees and plants, and then look
Beautiful.
with the bamboo, look at it, it's gorgeous.
See, there's another one over there. A
And
taller
then there's
one.
bamboo there, there's an almond tree, and in the distance you can see the tops there. Those are a couple more and they're way taller. And then you have this
Another
nice
one right
ornamental one with some banana trees in the front. So right here, I want to show you again soap ginger. So for the people that haven't seen my previous video about the soap ginger plant, and this one looks gorgeous. Has pretty small cones, but when you squeeze this, what comes out, it's like a soapy substance. There. And it's really refreshing and conditioning to the skin and to the hair. So when you smell it, it has like a light gingery smell to it. It's really amazing. And you know, it's the ultimate regenerative resource because you don't have to cut the flowers. So you can collect the liquid in a jar, rub it on your skin, wash your hair with it, and within about 24 hours, they will refill. There you go. No plastic needed, no trip to the store, right on your property. Doesn't get any better than this.
Did you show them the spring down here? So right over here,
So if you
one of many.
If you want to start a property or, you know, your home, and you want to become more self-sufficient like what we want to do, water source is very important. Now, you're not always going to find maybe property that has a stream of drinkable water, but then the next thing you want to look for that would be important are springs. Now look at this. I don't know if you can see it very well, but down there is water coming up from the earth. So that is a natural spring. Now this natural spring feeds the ponds that are on the property, and this can also be used for drinking water.
How many springs are there here?
I don't know, a lot, because there's also a little creek running on the edge of the property, and it has, well, maybe like 8 springs so far that we've counted. So there is water resource here. Next step would be to get inventive in how to get it to your home. So this can be done by pumping it up and then to a reservoir that's higher than your house, and then let gravity do the work getting it to your home. And there are other ways of doing that, but yeah, the most important thing is that you'll have a fresh water source on your property if you truly want to be self-sufficient. Oh, look at this. Gorgeous. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want me to keep the videos coming about permaculture and other things I'm doing in my life, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Thank you and bye for now.